Hi, I'm Rick. Just out. We're out for a walk with my boy Hokie here, and what I want to do is talk to people about having a dog. What it's like, some of the things, what works for me. I guess best to start right at the beginning. You know, if you never had a dog or had a dog before, choosing what breed you want and that sort of thing. Different breeds, you can look up a lot of information. Different breeds have different needs. Some are more energetic than others, bigger dogs especially. One of the things I will tell you, I'm not an expert. I'm not a dog. I haven't written any books or articles, or haven't won a Nobel Prize for dog training or anything like that. But I have had about 8 dogs in my life, and all of them have different needs, different things. And one thing I've never had, so I want to talk about breeds to start off with if you're looking at getting a dog. I've never had a purebred. To be honest, I've always, as a kid growing up, I had dogs that, you know, just mutts mostly that my friends, you know, or neighbors had, pups, that sort of thing. And then later on I got dogs through different circumstances. But the last 3 I've had were rescues. This guy's probably the closest I've had to a purebred. He's a Samoyed Husky mix, or a Samuskie as they call them. They're kind of like, they're quite common. They're like Labradoodles and Cockapoos and that sort of thing. So 2 mixed breeds. But one thing I want to talk about is rescue dogs. Hokie here is a rescue, and him and my 2 previous dogs were also rescues from the shelter system. Now, about 25 years ago, I got my first rescue dog, Trixie. She was a pup, and she'd only been in the system maybe 3 or 4 days. Just happened to go at the right time, and she and 2 other pups had been found wandering loose in a park and ended up needing a home. They'd been in the shelter for a couple of days. That was it. But my last 2, my previous dog Thunder and this guy, Thunder had been in the system for months. He'd been through about 2 different families, and Hokie was in the shelter system probably over a year at least. The last 2 I found, when you get a rescue dog, they seem to have, and both of these guys had this in common, they almost seem to have a real sense of appreciation for the fact that they've been adopted, had a home, family, and weren't in the system with a bunch of other dogs. And they really they behave well, and I'm curious to see if anybody, leave a note in the comments if anybody who's had a rescue dog has had a similar sense that they appreciate being adopted, and they don't want to do anything to mess things up and end up going back or anything. It's almost, they're very smart animals, and yeah, that's been my experience. So drop me a line if you and if you've had a bad experience, let me know, because I'm curious, because I've had 3 really good experiences, and 2 of them were like you said, like a sensation that this dog appreciates having a home, a family to himself. All right, I'm gonna end it there for today. One more thing I did want to add. With a rescue dog, you know, a lot of people like purebreds, and I got nothing against that. Even getting a rescue dog can be expensive, because you have to pay, they have to be fixed, right? So if you want to feel a sense of pride, it's a good feeling yourself to get one. You can brag to your friends, hey, I rescued this guy, right? I adopted him. Just like as if you had a purebred. Anyways, I'll gonna end it there. Okay? Drop me a line in comments, like and subscribe if you like, and we're gonna put forth some more content and see how things go. Thanks.